I got a ton of questions about the application that I had previously done in terms of either roping or raking. So today I'm going to show you my full shampoo, my full conditioner, my squish to condish, and my application, because I do it right here in the shower. So stay tuned.
So I've rinsed out my hair and I've just made sure that it's completely saturated, and I'm going to start my shampoo application with my Love Your Curls Step 1. So this is their shampoo and it does have a baby sulfate in it, so I like to use it especially when I am going to clarify my hair. So since I've been traveling a lot lately and I've been using a lot of product, I decided to use this shampoo in order to get my hair really nice and clean. So what I like to do is I really like to get into my scalp and I like to scrub it like crazy, because when you use products without sulfates in them, really what's helping to take out that buildup is your hands. And so I really get in there. If you do have one of those shampoo scrubby little brushes, I totally recommend them. They're amazing. Mine ended up getting a little bit moldy, so I threw it out, but I do need another one. They really do get all of that buildup off your scalp, and it really helps just to create as much volume with as little frizz as possible. So I'm going to just rinse out the shampoo from my hair, and I had to turn away from the camera just because I was going to splash it out. You guys would have had a really big close-up of my face if I would have been facing it. So this is what I like to do. It's a lot of raking. I'm still scrubbing my scalp to get that shampoo out, and I'm really concentrating on my scalp. I don't pull the shampoo down to my ends at all, just really keeping it focused up at the top. So next I use my conditioner, and this is the Step 2 from LUS Brands. And this is the wavy, just in case you guys didn't catch that there. So what I'm gonna do is I really focus on the mid to ends of my hair here versus the shampoo, where I really focused on the scalp. And what you can tell here is I'm really looking to detangle my hair with the conditioner. And I love this conditioner for doing this because it's an excellent detangler, but I'm raking here. So I'm raking, I'm finger detangling, and I'm getting out all of the knots so that when I do the application, I don't have to rake my product. I can rope my product, which we will get to soon. And what I like to do with my conditioner is I like to do the squish to condish. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about this, but what it is you squish the conditioner into your hair the same way that you would scrunch your hair with product. And so you're really encouraging that curl to come through, but you're doing it with the conditioner. And what I like to do is I have actually turned off my water at this point because I do it for quite a long time. And I just continue to pull my hair from the bottoms up, squish in that conditioner, and really help to get my hair as moisturized as possible and to really start encouraging those curls. And so now I'm going to turn back on the water, and even when I rinse my hair, I still squish to condish. So I'm still sorry, I have to apologize about my camera. It was very challenging to get a very good angle, but I'm just putting a little bit of water into my hair, and then I'm still squishing the same action that I was doing. There you go, you can see it there. But I let a little bit of water in, and then I squish to condish. I let a little bit of water in and squish to condish. And so when I'm 100% rinsed, I like to take this little mirror that I have. It's a shower mirror, and I bought it for $10 off of Amazon. And I just put it on the wall. It's one of those little suction cup things. And what I like to do is I put my hair into a couple of sections. So I always break up the section with the bottom hair and the top. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I have a little clip that I like to keep in the shower to do this. And so I clip up my hair, rearrange my my camera so you guys can see me, and I start my application process. So I like to start with my Kinky Curly leave-in. This is the Not Today leave-in, and it has no glycerin and no protein. Right now my hair has been super protein sensitive, and it's not loving glycerin with the change in weather. So I use just a little bit amount, and I start to rope. So this is the roping technique that I've been talking about in my stories. And what I do is I break that one side section into two parts, and I just gently squeeze the product into my hair. So I can do this because I've already detangled my hair. My hair is not tangly. And what this does is it helps to preserve the curl pattern instead of raking, where you would disrupt the curl pattern. So next I start to finger curl my hair, and I love doing this because it really helps to encourage my curls. And I'm still a wavy, but I feel like when I finger curl, I'm able to get a little bit more of those spirals. So what I'm doing is whenever I curl on the right side of my head, I always go towards the front of my face. But because I'm right-handed, when I go to the left side of my head, which is where I'm at in this video, I'm always curling to the back of the room or the back of my head, which it's kind of weird to explain, but that's how I finger curl, and I'm always going in the same direction. It's just depending on what side of my head I'm on. So as you can see, I usually try to stick with the curl clump that is there, and I finger curl that. I try not to break up the curl clumps too much, but generally I can get through my whole head in about 10 minutes. So all I'm doing to create the spiral or to create the finger curl is I take my two fingers, so my pointer finger and my middle finger, and I'm just spinning the hair around those two fingers. And sometimes because my hair is really long, what I'll have to do is I'll have to hold the curl in the middle and then spin the bottom. Because what I've noticed is that if I just spin the top, sometimes the bottom will fall off. So the top will have really good spiral and the bottom will just kind of be a little bit of a wave. And so if you follow me on IG, you can see that kind of happens sometimes in my hair. It's also because the bottoms are a little bit more fried than the top. The top I have all this healthy hair, and at the bottom it's still a little bit more crispy from not cutting off all of that damaged hair. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Kinky Curly Custard. I love this custard. It is a hard hold custard that scrunches out really, really nicely. It goes into a nice soft curl. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this custard and I'm going to scrunch my hair. So this really helps to solidify. Like, take a look at my hair right now, and after I scrunch it, you can really see how those curls just kind of set in. And I can't get enough. No matter what cream I use, I will always use this curling custard on top to help set those curls. And so what this is called is scrunching. So what you can see is I'm really pulling the hair up and I'm pulsing it. So I'm really trying to set those curls, and you can hear that noise, that ch-ch-ch-ch noise when you're in the shower, because it's a mixture of both product and water. And so you can see the difference in my hair already from both those two sides there. You can see the difference between how one side is set and the other side is still really, really loose. And so I'm going to start on the other side. I'm just going to speed it up. I did re-wet my hair in order to get more moisture in there because I like to do my hair soaking wet. But here, what I'm doing again is I'm just roping those two sides with my Not Today leave-in. So I'm going to start finger curling on, this is the right side of my head, and what you can tell is now I'm going to the front of the room. And again, guys, it's just because I'm right-handed, and it's just kind of what I've been doing. But there's no method to this madness. It's just I always go in the same direction. I'm probably going to get carpal tunnel soon, but I'm always going in the same direction. It just so happens that on the right-hand side, it's to the front of the room, and on the left-hand side, because I'm going in the same direction, it just happens to be to the back of the room. So now I'm going to move to the top of my head, and I always get questions about the top and about the front specifically. So what I like to do is I like to split my hair into two extra sections. So one in the back and one in the front. And generally at this time in the shower, I will re-wet my hair just because I really do like that soaking wet hair. I think it really eliminates a lot of the frizz. So I'm starting with the sections. I take a back section and a front section. And what I do is I usually do the back section. I leave the front section for last. I did was I got my Not Today leave-in, and I put some in my hand. I apologize that it's not necessarily on camera there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start roping in for the back of my hair. And I'm really just going to repeat the process. So I'm going to speed this up because you guys already saw the bottom of my hair. But for the top, I would just leave you with one little tidbit. Because the top of your hair is exposed, you're really going to want to make sure that you get close to the roots, or else you will get frizz. So that's what I'm doing here. It's really trying to get that top piece to make sure that you don't have too much frizz up there, and that your hair is fully coated. So moving on to the front of my hair, and just so you guys know, I did put in the Kinky Curly Custard in the back and I scrunched it out. I just took it off video because you guys have already seen it, and I'm just trying to condense this for you. So I re-wet the front of my hair, and you really have to make a choice here because you need to decide how you want to part your hair. And so for me, the way that I part my hair is I generally try to push it all back, and it falls into a side part. I don't like really to do a mid part, but what I've noticed lately, so I can get those really nice front bang curls, is that I've been trying a little bit more to finger curl to the side. Now what this does is it really takes away volume. And so I don't know if I'm sold on it yet, but it is what I had done in this video, and you guys will see the results from this video near the end. Can see that I have done a side part in my hair, and I've pushed all of those finger curls to one side, and so this is generally how it's going to dry. And I'm just going to scrunch this out with my Kinky Curly Custard. Again, I apologize that this is a little bit off video. I was trying not to touch my phone so much just because everything was soaking wet, but I'm just scrunching here for you guys. And then I always go to the side. So this is the side that I usually get that big poof on. So I like to focus a lot on this side just to make sure that the curls are really set. And so now I'm mixing up all of the product in my hair. So the product from the bottom, the product from the top. And in doing this, I find that I don't really need to do the t-shirt at the end. This gets out enough of the water. And a lot of people, what they like to do is they like to use a bowl with this method right here, so that all of that water that's coming out of your hair goes into one bowl, and then you can use that product water to push back into your hair. So I hope that makes sense there. I've tried it, I don't love it. So what you can see right now is I am going to wet plop. So what this is it's a shower cap. I got it off of Amazon, and I put my hair into it, and I just squeeze that back piece so that it turns tight on my hair. This is a beautiful look. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm just going to shower my body and really shower the rest of my shower off so that I can get out all the product that is kind of stuck on the walls, and you know, I can shave my legs, do whatever I need to do. So that's what I'm talking about in the video right now, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna diffuse and I'll show you the results. Hey, so these are the results of my roping with Smasters. And so I continue to just go on and ask a question about makeup, which you guys all helped out with. But for the final results, just a little bit before I scrunched out the crunch, my hair was still wet. This is what I got.